Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kerry. Today I am going to be doing something a bit different, something new for me. I'm going to try and film a reading vlog, so let's see how that goes. So the reason for this is this weekend is the 24 in 48 readathon, which the aim of which is to try and read for 24 hours out of 48. So if you haven't heard of this before, I'll link their Twitter down below, that's where I heard about it. And you can follow them on Twitter to try and sign up for the next one. I think they happen every 6 months. This is my first time taking part in it and I'm quite excited. So I actually woke up quite early this morning. My stupid body clock keeps waking me up at my usual work wake up time. So I actually read for a couple of hours already. I've ticked off just over 2 hours out of the 24 that I'm aiming for, and I actually finished my first book of the day, which was Lila by Marilynne. This is the third book out of the Gilead trilogy, and I really loved this. I was quite near the end anyway. I had about 100 pages to go, so I finished that off this morning. About to start my next book, so I won't be able to read all of today because I've got a couple of errands to run this afternoon. One in particular, I've got to go to the library to return a couple of books. I have quite a few books out from the library at the moment, so my next book that I'm going to read for the readathon, I'm hoping to be able to finish it to take it back to the library today, which is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Ness. So the library closes at 4, it is just gone 11:30, so whether I'll actually manage to finish that in the next couple of hours or not, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a try. And yeah, I don't want to be going to the library like right at the end of the day because as I say, I have a couple of other things to do as well while I'm out. So yeah, I'm not going to do any footage of me reading because to me that's a bit boring. I might try and get some shots while I'm out later. I don't know, my library's quite small, so I don't want to like be the weird person obviously filming in the library. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'll try and film updates through the day and through the day tomorrow as well, of course, because it's over 48 hours, so it's running from midnight this morning through to midnight at the end of tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it for this segment, and I will catch up with you later. So it's just coming up for 1 o'clock. I'm stopping for lunch. I am at page 128 of The Rest of Us Just Live Here. Really good so far, really enjoying it, it's really quirky. And yeah, I think I could possibly finish it in the next couple of hours, but we'll see how it goes. So it's just before 3 o'clock. I'm about to head out to the library. Haven't quite finished The Rest of Us Just Live Here, I have about 100 pages to go, so I'm just going to renew it anyway. And hopefully be able to renew the other books that I have out. There's a couple I want to pick up too if they've got them, and hopefully they'll be able to give me a longer loan on them because I'm away when they're all going to be due back, so hopefully that'll work out, saying hopefully a lot there. Also gonna quickly pop into a charity shop next door because I've got a few bits to drop off and I've got a little bit of other shopping to do, and then I'll be back to the reading. So I'm just under 5 hours at the moment on the readathon. So I'll talk to you again later. So I'm just leaving the library and I'll do a full update later, but I just wanted to show you this. It's an awesome little book sculpture, I've not seen it there before, so just wanted to show you that. Hello, so I am back from the library and from the shop, and before I get back to reading, just wanted to show you a couple of the things that I picked up because I'm a little bit excited. So I found out a couple of weeks ago that when I go back to my regular job at the end of next week, my manager is actually leaving, so her last day is my last day of my secondment, so when I go back to my actual job she won't be there anymore, but I will be seeing her on Friday, and I wanted to do something to say thank you because she's been a really great manager. So the other day I picked up this super cute unicorn shaped cake mould because she loves unicorns, and then when I was in the shop today I got some little sprinkles with stars on and some food colouring to make a rainbow cake, and some make your own unicorn icing decorations. So I'm gonna make her a really cute unicorn cake because that's cool. I might do a trial run this afternoon actually if I have time. And the other thing I bought because I wanted to treat yourself a little bit, and I saw this and I couldn't resist. I love orchids, and I've got a couple of orchids, but they're sort of in a dormant phase at the moment. So I saw this one and I thought, those colours are lovely. Not very good at this. Such lovely colours, and I thought, oh, treat myself. Thought I'd treat myself to a little orchid there. So I had quite a successful trip to the library. The librarian was very helpful and renewed my books for me to be able to take them back when I get back from my couple of weeks away. So that was good. I'm just unpacking them. So some of them were up for renewal, but I wanted to take them all with me just in case. I've been there before where I've tried to renew books and someone else has reserved them. So I didn't want to be stuck in that position again today, so I took them all with me, and sure enough, 2 of the books that I was trying to renew had already been requested by someone else. So one of them I've managed to take back. The other one was The Rest of Us Just Live Here, which they very kindly allowed me to keep until Monday because they said I've only got 100 pages left, so I've got to drop that in on my way home from work Monday. Managed to renew my other ones, my other little stack there. Had to return Nevernight because someone else has requested it, but when I get back from my couple of weeks away I'll request that one again myself. And then I picked up 2 more that I wanted to read. So we've got another Patrick Ness one called More Than This, which sounds quite interesting. I'm on a bit of a Patrick Ness kick. I really enjoyed A Monster Calls and I'm really enjoying The Rest of Us Just Live Here, so so I thought I'd try that one. And then I also picked up Dumplin by Julie Murphy. So I wasn't that interested in this series, but then I saw Michaela over at My Bookshelf do a review of Puddin', and she really sold that book. She completely loved that book, and it really came across in her review and made me really want to read the series. So I saw they had Dumplin at the library and I picked it up. So I'm going to go back to reading soon. Trying to decide if I have the energy to film a couple of videos. It's so hot here and I'm worn out from carrying all my shopping up all the stairs. There's a reason why I usually get the supermarket to deliver, and today I bought more than I intend to do and I'm very worn out, so I'm going to have a cold drink and decide if I'm going to shoot a couple of videos, and if not I'll be going back to The Rest of Us Just Live Here because I've nearly finished it. We'll easily finish it today, and then I'll have to pick what my next readers for the readathon. I can't remember if I updated before I went out, but I was on about 5 hours, so which isn't bad. 5 hours of reading on a day where I've been to the library and been to the shop and done some housework this morning, did a bit of exercise as well this morning, so I've packed quite a lot in today, but I've got loads on tomorrow, so I'm definitely gonna have to at least get to the 12-hour mark today if I can, because tomorrow I'm really not gonna have very much time for reading at all. Well, maybe a bit in the afternoon and evening. So that's that, and I'll update you again soon. Hello again. So it's 7:15. I've done 5.5 hours of reading today, so I'm a little bit behind schedule to finish all 24 hours, as I've got, as I said, quite a busy day tomorrow, but I'm going to plough ahead anyway and do my best to hit 24 hours. I have just finished The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Really enjoyed it, really fun book. I'll talk about it more in my wrap up at the end of the month. So yeah, I'm just having my dinner. I've got a chilli and potato and a little glass of cider, and I've got a goo pudding for afters, and I'm just about to pick up my next book, which is The Woman in the Shadows. This is our Ninja Book Club book of the month, so I'm going to start that one next, even though I'm actually busy on the night we're having the discussion this time around, so I won't be able to join that at the time, although I will go through and answer all the questions afterwards. So that's my next book. I'm perfecting the art of eating while reading, which I think is an important life skill. So yeah, I'm going to go back to my reading now and try and get a few more hours in before bedtime. Bye! Hello, so it's 9:15 at night. I am ready for bed. I've got my PJs on. I've got my mug of bedtime tea. It's a green tea with mint, which is a drink I like at bedtime. I've got The Women in the Shadows. I'm at page 49 at the moment. I've managed just under 6.5 hours of reading today. So it is now looking unlikely that I will reach 24 hours. But I might get a couple more hours in before I fall asleep, although having not slept very much last night, I don't know how likely that is, but we will see, and I'll pick this up again tomorrow. Night. Hello, so it's Sunday, it's just coming up to 5 p.m. I've literally been out all day. Had church this morning. I had to be there early because I was helping with the music, and then I went to my parents' house for lunch, and then I've just been to see my friend who had her birthday on Friday, so I had a catch up with her, a bit of book talk, so it was really nice, but it means that I've basically done no reading at all so far today. So last night I fell asleep after reading for about an hour, so I'm on about 8.25 hours, so yeah, so there's no way I'm going to hit the 24-hour mark now at this stage. If I read solidly for the next 7 hours, then I would get to 15 hours. That's not going to happen because I've got a few bits I need to do this evening, and obviously I need to eat, and I need to go to bed early because I've got a busy day at work again tomorrow, and I have not slept well all weekend, so I'm aiming to get, if I can hit 12 hours, then I'll be happy with that. So I'm going to do a bit of reading now for a bit, and I'm going to have a light dinner. I was also planning on doing my a trial run for my unicorn cake, but I might save that and do that tomorrow evening because it's so hot here as well. I don't think I really want to be baking this afternoon. We're in the middle of this ridiculous heat wave in the UK at the moment, so I think it's 28 degrees out today. It's been this hot, or nearly this hot, for at least a month now. I don't like the heat, so I feel like I'm melting all the time. So anyway, yeah, I'm still reading The Women in the Shadows. It's really good, good historical fiction. It's set in Tudor times. It is about the wife of Thomas Cromwell, who is one of Henry VIII's advisors. So at the moment it's sort of building up to, well, she's how they met, but it's from her perspective. So she is, she's recently widowed. She is trying to continue running her first husband's cloth business, so she's trying to be a cloth merchant, and just struggling in a male-dominated society, really. But it's really good. She's a really likeable character, really feisty, and she doesn't take any rubbish from anyone, especially not from her father, who's a bit overbearing. So really enjoying that. I'm on page... I think I'm on page 134, though I'm not sure at what point. No, I'm not that far because I fell asleep before then. I think, no, around then, sorry. Anyway, I'm about page 133, I think. I just need to try and work out at what point I fell asleep. So, and as I say, I'm on about 8.25 hours of reading, so I'm going to try and get to 12 hours out of 48, which I would be quite happy with, considering how much I've packed into the last 2 days that isn't reading as well. So anyway, back to the books, and I'll try and film another update before the end of the day. Hello, or should I say good evening. It is
9:15 on Sunday evening. As you can see, I'm being lame. I'm already in my pyjamas, I'm already in bed. I'm very tired. It's been a really busy weekend. I'm going to read in bed for a bit. I'm currently on about 9.5 hours for the readathon, so if I can stay awake for another 2.5 hours, unlikely, but I'll try, then I'll hit 12 hours in total, which would be nice. But I'm not positive that's going to happen. I'm still reading The Woman in the Shadows. I'm on page 212, and it's still really, really good. Really glad it got picked for our book club pick. And I love books about this sort of era of history, and actually had already decided to read Wolf Hall in August, which is about Thomas Cromwell. So I'm now looking forward to that even more, because I've been wanting to read that for ages, and The Woman in the Shadows has really given me more of a taste for that story and wanting to know more about it. So yeah, so Wolf Hall was already on my August hit list. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. So I basically have decided I'll probably go into this more in my July wrap up and August TBR video. I decided to help me read some of the books on my TBR that I have been delaying getting round to, but I still definitely want to read, to use a random number generator to help me pick the book, and the book that I picked was Wolf Hall, and I was like, oh, actually really do want to read that, so I'm going to be reading it in August, and I'll be really ready for it, having read Thomas Cromwell's story from his wife's perspective. So yeah, looking forward to that one. I probably won't finish this tonight. It's 390 pages, so I've got just under 200 pages to go. But yeah, I'll get a bit more into it, and we'll probably finish it tomorrow now. So this will be my last update for the weekend, but I'll do a little bit of a wrap up tomorrow when I get home from work, and just sum up how many hours, how many pages, how many books and whatnot I've managed. And then I'll upload all the footage and edit it and see if it's actually worth posting it. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what it looks like when it's all sewn together. So anyway, goodbye and good night.
Hello, so it's Monday evening. I'm going to give you a final update on how I got on in the 24 in 48 challenge in a moment, but as you may notice, I'm in my kitchen, so I just wanted to show you how my trial run of my unicorn cake has turned out, because I'm sure you're all dying to know. So you can see here, the shapes come out really well. I think the colours are going to look great as well when you cut into it. It has slightly stuck around the eye area of the mould, so when I do the final version in a couple of days' time, I might put a bit of butter or greaseproof paper over that bit so it doesn't stick again there. Obviously I am actually going to ice it as well, so you won't notice that. Anyway, I've got to ice that one in a minute. When it's cooled down a bit, it's just come out the oven. So as for the final results of how I got on the 24 and 48 readathon, I just about managed to get to 12 hours, which I was really pleased with, considering how much else I had to get on with, how much else I was doing this weekend. So I had loads of stuff going on, so to actually sit down and read for 12 hours, I was actually pretty happy with that. And I didn't quite finish The Woman in the Shadows. I have about 50 pages left, which I'll probably finish that tonight. And the final part of the story is that I went back to the library today to return The Rest of Us Just Live Here, because someone else had requested it. While I was there, every time I go there, I have a quick check on the holds shelf, because I request so many books that as often as not they've come in.
They do email you to say when your books are coming, but I always double check there anyway. And sure enough, there was a book there ready for me, which is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Heard a lot of good stuff about this book on BookTube. I wasn't expecting it to come in so quickly, and the very lovely librarian has managed to put it to be due back on the same day as all my other books, because as I mentioned, I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks in August on the date that all my books were going to be due back, so they've given me all of my books, including Uprooted, until the 1st of September, so I've got a bit of time. It means I've got 7 books out of the library at the moment, which for some reason bothers me because it's a prime number. I don't know why. I prefer to have even numbers of books out of the library apparently, or round numbers, yeah, so 5 would be alright, but 7 is not okay. But never mind, so if I finish any of them before I go away, I'll try and drop them in after work one day, just so that they're not hanging around my house and other people can get them out. Yeah, so that's that. So if you have enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see me make more vlogs, please let me know, because it's my first time trying it, and I actually have quite enjoyed it. And if you're interested in taking part in the next 24 and 48 readathon, I believe it's happening in January, at the last weekend of January, but definitely check out their Twitter for more information about that. And yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, comment me down below if you have enjoyed any of the books I've talked about today, or if you took part in the readathon. I'd love to hear from you and hear what you read, how many hours you got up to, and yeah, as I say, like and subscribe, and find me on social media as well. Those links will be down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!